Welcome to our presentation on Tao and Alan Watts. Today we will explore the fascinating world of Chinese philosophy and how it has influenced one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, Alan Watts. The concept of Tao is central to Chinese philosophy, and understanding its significance can help us to better understand the world around us. By exploring the teachings of Tao and the Watercourse Way, we can gain new insights into how we can live in harmony with nature and achieve a sense of balance and inner peace. Tao, or the Way, is a fundamental concept in Chinese philosophy. It refers to the natural order of the universe, which is characterized by balance and harmony. Tao is not something that can be defined or explained in words, but rather it is something that must be experienced. It is the underlying principle that governs all things, and it is believed that by aligning oneself with Tao, one can achieve a state of enlightenment and inner peace. In Chinese philosophy, Tao is often depicted as a flowing river or stream. This symbolizes the idea that Tao is constantly moving and changing, yet always maintaining its essential nature. The goal of Taoism is to live in harmony with this flow, rather than resisting it or trying to control it. By doing so, one can achieve a sense of balance and tranquility in life. Alan Watts believed that the Watercourse Way was a metaphor for understanding the flow of life. He saw the world as a constantly changing river, and our role was to learn how to navigate it without resistance. The Watercourse Way is about being in harmony with the natural world, and recognizing that we are all connected. Watts used the example of a tree to illustrate the concept of the Watercourse Way. He said that a tree does not resist the wind, but instead bends with it. In the same way, we should learn to adapt to the changes in our lives, rather than fighting against them. This requires us to let go of our ego and embrace the flow of life. The Watercourse Way teaches us to flow with the current of life, rather than against it. This means embracing change and letting go of resistance. When we resist the natural flow of things, we create unnecessary tension and struggle. But when we learn to let go and trust in the natural process, we can find peace and harmony. For example, imagine you are stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. You can either resist the situation and become frustrated and anxious, or you can accept it and use the time to relax and reflect. By choosing to flow with the situation, you can reduce stress and find a sense of calm. Alan Watts' interpretation of Tao and the Watercourse Way has been met with both praise and criticism. Some argue that his interpretation is too westernized and does not accurately represent the traditional Chinese philosophy of Taoism. They claim that he focuses too heavily on individualism and personal freedom, rather than the interconnectedness of all things. Others, however, argue that Watts' interpretation is a valuable contribution to the understanding of Taoism in the West. They point out that his ideas have helped to popularize Taoism and make it accessible to a wider audience. They also argue that his focus on personal experience and intuition is in line with the spirit of Taoism. In conclusion, we have explored the concept of Tao and its significance in Chinese philosophy. We have also discussed Alan Watts' interpretation of Tao and how he applied it to the Watercourse Way. By understanding and applying the principles of Tao and the Watercourse Way, we can live in harmony with the natural world and find balance in our daily lives. It is important to remember that these concepts are not just abstract ideas, but practical tools that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life. By embracing the flow of life and letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we can find peace and contentment in the present moment. I encourage you to continue exploring these concepts and applying them to your own life. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.